Hi guys, welcome to our daily encounter. What if someone told you that if you continued to do your daily Bible reading, that you would be thrown in the lion's den? That there was some rule or some law that was passed that said that if anyone was to continue in a daily reading plan, they were to be thrown in the lion's den, thrown in a cave to be devoured by lions. Would you continue to do your daily reading? Well, we have a situation in Daniel 6 where Daniel was threatened with something similar to that, only in connection to prayer. It's that famous story of Daniel and the lion's den. There, Daniel had been exalted very high in the kingdom, and Darius had put him even above the other satraps and commissioners, and they became jealous of Daniel. And so they plot against Daniel. They say, we can't find anything that he's doing wrong as far as the kingdom. He's pretty much clean as far as his record. So let's direct something towards his religion, towards his God. And so they come to Darius and say, let's make a rule that people should only pray to you and to no other God. And if anyone prays to anyone else besides you, then they are to be thrown into the lion's den. And in verse 10, we're told, now when Daniel knew that the written document was signed, he entered his house. Now in his roof chamber he had windows open toward Jerusalem, and he continued kneeling on his knees 3 times a day, praying and giving thanks before his God, as he had been doing previously. Daniel hears this edict, and he just keeps on doing what he was doing. He sticks to his routine. He was used to praying 3 times a day towards Jerusalem on his roof, and he's going to continue to do that. And long story short, he does get thrown in the lion's den, but God delivers him. And Darius recognizes that the God of Daniel is really the one that people should be honoring. But we should ask ourselves, are we as committed to the things of God as Daniel was? It could have been very easy for Daniel to say, you know what, I'll just not pray for this period of time. I'll just keep my mouth shut. I won't go to the Lord. When it's all over, then I'll be able to go back to praying again. He didn't do that. He stuck with his routine. He was dedicated to prayer. He was dedicated to praying to the Lord 3 times a day, and he stuck with it. Talk about sticking to a habit, and a good habit at that. And that's something that we can be inspired by. Too often, I think, when it comes to our spiritual disciplines, it could be prayer, but it could be our Bible reading each and every day, that we are easily distracted. We let even the smallest interruptions or the slightest setbacks or inconveniences keep us from sticking to those good habits, those things that keep us close to the Lord, and those things that keep our heart drawn close to Him. And too easily we draw back. And perhaps reading this story about Daniel will help us to be inspired to say, you know what, maybe I should be a little more dedicated to this particular discipline, and not so easily sidetracked, but to say, you know what, even if they drug me away to the lions, I'm still going to be dedicated to God's word. Even if they threw me in the lion's den, I would still pray to the Lord and make prayer a priority for my life. We should have that type of commitment in our lives, to say that we put God above everything else, even our own lives, and being able to stay dedicated to the Lord in that way. So hopefully our reading today in Daniel will help us to stay committed to those spiritual disciplines, particularly the one that we are concerned about in this group, and that is the daily reading, daily contacting God or encountering God through His Word. And so let's think about these things and reflect on them as we do our reading today. And with that, guys, I do thank you for watching the video today. Hope you guys have a great day. Love you guys. God bless.